What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Papa P, aka Iron Panda, coming at you again today with another live video. So today we're going to be going over my final tier list of MK11, and where I put these characters. Okay, and you guys can feel free to disagree with me down in the comments. This is just going to be the last tier list before we send off MK11, and then we'll welcome MK1. Only 2 more days, so it's going to be lit. Okay, I know we all been waiting for it, and it's been like a long time overdue, but here we go. And first up, we got Baraka. Okay, I'm not gonna hold you. I got Baraka being pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna try to put these in an order where it's kind of like first to worst, if that makes any sense. Okay, and honestly, let's go ahead and like great. I'm gonna put broke, great, and like mid, and then like bad. Okay, that's just kind of like how I see it. Baraka is kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. It has great damage. Other than that, it's pretty bleak. Horrible movement. It's hard to do anything with him, and it's just, honestly, he's a cool character, but it's just kind of rough. So yeah, I got him in bad. Cassie, I'm gonna be real, I think Cassie's mid. I don't think she's like terrible, because she has great zoning tools. Has, I believe, a 9-frame mid. Okay, and she's like, it's great, but her damage output lacks a little bit, and her variation setup sometimes, I know, like that can be a problem. So for me, I got her at mid, but she's not horrible. She's just, to me, she's just mid. Okay. Next up is Cetrion. I don't, this character has not seen a day outside of top 2 since the game is released. She went from being number 1 to number 2. I know some still argue that she's number 1, but I mean, come on. Like, she's absolutely broken. You can't get next to, you can't get in to hit her, and then she can just teleport away from you once she gets there. She's got the rock wall, so it's kind of hard to zone her. It's not easy, So obviously, like, she has never seen a day outside of top 2. Okay, and if we're being honest, you could say that top 3, but I say top 2 because she only went from 1 to 2. And Devora, okay, so with Devora, I also think she's kind of mid. I don't think that she's better than Cassie, but I do think that she has one variation that, like, you see Honeybee, Hervis run a lot, and that variation with the teleport and everything, it's like, I would say it's probably her most viable variation. But I will say, I saw King Gambler use the variation where the bugs get placed on you and it loads up a bunch of different KBs. I feel like maybe that variation was slept on a little bit. But I mean, I don't know. I don't really play her, so I'm just speaking off of like what I've seen, what I know. And I'm gonna be honest, she's pretty mid. Aaron Black. Okay, Aaron definitely went from being used a lot, let's say, for lack of better terms, used a lot from the beginning of the game. I know he has that command grab. He has the acid, which is damage over time. He has the mix between the overhead and the slide. So, like, he has the tools. I just think that over the course of the game, people found better answers, and he just happened to drop down to mid, in my opinion. Okay, so that's just my opinion on that. You guys can feel free to disagree, but at this point where the game's at and how long it's been out, I have to say he's mid. Frost. Okay, with Frost, I definitely feel like Frost was slept on. I felt like toward the end of the game's lifespan, we figured out that she's not as horrible, but she's also not bad. So I definitely got her at mid. I'm gonna put her in front of Cassie and Devora. She definitely has, in my opinion, she has decent neutral. She has that. To me, Frost has the decent neutral. With, I believe it's her down 4. It's a really great check. And you can always go down 4 into her projectile with the the spinning ice projectile. I forget what it's called now off the top of my head, but she can combo off of that, so she catches you with it. You know, she's getting a little conversion. Her damage output, I think, is what makes her like, you know, mid. I think she lacks in the damage. I've seen Tweety do 2-bar combos for like 36, 37%, 34% type stuff. So it's kind of, yeah. Thank you, Aquatic Ice Auger. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't remember it off the top of my head. I appreciate you. But she definitely, you know, I've seen 2-bar combos from Tweety. You know, and Tweety's arguably the best Frost. You know, I know a lot of people say Waz is, which, you know, that's up for you guys to debate in the comments. I'm just saying, I think it's her damage output that makes her mid. Gearus. Now, the homie Gearus, okay, Gearus went through the trials and tribulations. You feel me? Like, that man went from being like top 5 to like mid. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he's mid. I think he's great. I just don't think he's like as great as some of the other characters we're gonna put up there. His damage output is great. Okay, he's got Sand Trap, which is a great a good armor break tool. His damage output is insane. I've seen Tweety put out like 56% combos. Just incredible, in my opinion. But, you know, again, I don't think he's, I wouldn't argue that he's mid. Like, when you watch like Mega Bros, you watch Tweety, you know, you watch a lot of these other guys, the things that Big Brain God, like, you watch the things that they've accomplished with Gears. It's kind of like, okay, like, you know, he's not, like, I can't say that he's mid. I think he's great. I just don't think he's as good as some of these other characters. As you see now, he's going to be right here, but he's probably going to end up over here as we go on. So that's just like, that's my opinion. All right, Jackie, I mean, come on. With it, Jackie is definitely up here. I definitely have her like top 3, in my opinion. Jackie is just, you know, at the end of the day, you got to put it in perspective of like, this game is built around having a really, really good mid, and she's got 2 of them with her forward 3. She's got 2 of them with forward 3. She's got forward 1. Okay, and then not to mention, she's got goop. She's got double goop. She's got goop on the ground where you're taking damage over time. She can not only trap you in the corner with the goop on the ground, so you're sitting there burning up, okay, taking that damage. If she opens you up with the goop when she does the air leap, now you're taking double that tick damage away. So, you know, and then she's getting 36%, you know, unbreakable damage. You know, so it's you know, once she gets you where she wants you, it's looking bleak. I'm gonna be honest, okay? Man, you know what? I just thought of something. I don't know. Okay, I like the idea of like broke, but and great. Ah, man, how else? Like, I don't know. Like, should I reword this? Maybe, I don't know. Nah. I'll leave it. I think it's fine. I think it's fine the way that it is. You know, I think it's fine that the way that it is. You know, it just is what it is. If I want to change it, I'll change it later. It'll be okay. I think so. Yo, what's up, K-Papa? How you doing? Yeah, hey, K-Papa, I'm filming a YouTube video. Just let me finish this up, and then we'll get back to, you know, the chat. So yeah, I definitely gotta put her, you know, top 3. Like, she's definitely got to be top 3. Now, Jade, I'm gonna be real. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get everybody up here with broke, great, mid, bad, whatever, and I'm gonna put like top 5, top 10, etc. And we'll just go down that way, okay? And then like bottom 5. But for now, we'll go broke, great, mid, bad. All right. Jade is great, okay? I know a lot of people will argue with me. Oh, she doesn't have the damage output. Okay, that's fine, but you have back 2, which I believe is like 11 frames. You have a 9 frame down 2. You have the best down 2 in the game. You have glow. You have air razor rings, which when they're enhanced, it is plus. You have her normal razor ring. Okay, you have normal razor ring, and which is a great projectile. And like I said, you have glow, which makes you projectile proof. Okay, And then on top of that, you have Delia's Dance. You have Delia's Dance, which is, resets the neutral in your favor. And I know some will say, oh, well, you can fuzzy it. Yes, but if you guess wrong, you get knocked down, and now she's back where she wants to be for a good setup with whatever she wants to go into next. I know some people rock pole vault, okay, and pole vault is I believe a mid, okay, and although it may not reset neutral into your favor, it's still hella safe and you're good, you know. And then her glow kick, her glow kick is just so fast, and it seems like it has like a little recovery on it, and that she can just throw it out whenever she wants on block. And it's sometimes some characters, it seems like they struggle to punish it. It's just, yeah, she may not be top 5, but she's definitely really good. And her chip damage alone from Delia's Dance and Air Razor Rings and all that stuff is definitely going to help her out. So I got her at great. Now, Jax. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love Jax. Jax is such a cool character to me, but he's definitely mid, okay? Where they messed up with Jax was his command grab only ticks off of enhanced outranked, and it's very hard to make, and he has the best KB in the game off of his command grab. I believe it's like a 35 or 36% KB by itself, but it's so hard to get that timing right online, because online you never know what the ping might be like, etc. So it's super hard. His forward 3 is a great mid, but again, it's like if he launches you in the air and you have bar to break away, there's nothing he can do about it. He can't get to you. So to me, his best variation is enhanced outrank, quad grab, and gotcha grab. But it's his zoning is not good. He has, where his arms are heated up, sure, but the problem is he has to get you heated up. And some people might get the arms heated up for him to use them. And some might argue, oh, well, he has, the arms, but he can't use them unless it's heated up. But once he gets it heated up, he has a KB. Once he launches you, you can break away. There's nothing he can do about it because he can't get there. So, and then the mix with the overhead, he can do the overhead, right? But the overhead, he loses his turn. With the one with the KB is back 2. If it's fully charged up, he loses his turn. He can do the quick one, but it's unsafe, and he takes a chance of being unsafe. If he does the forward 2-2, okay, he can do that. That's cool, but he loses his turn. If he does forward 2, down 4, that's hella unsafe. It's like -16. It's super punishable. His down 1-2, if you read it, you can get the down 2 KB after you block the down 1. You duck the second hit and you get the KB. So like he's very mid. I'm not saying you can't win with him. It's just very hard to win with him because you got to take a lot of things into consideration. But I definitely think he's mid. He's not bad. He's just mid. Johnny. Okay, Johnny. All right, I got Johnny being, I'm going to say mid. Okay, I definitely think he's better than Jax, though. What's going on here? Whoa. All right, I definitely think Johnny's better than Jax. Johnny, the only problem that I have with Johnny is Johnny doesn't have a great mid. And he has a mid that it's very hard to combo off of. But what he does have is the command grab. The command grab is great, okay? He has the projectile. Like, he has a decent projectile. It's not horrible, even though a lot of people run the straight force balls, which it's high, and it's a double high if you enhance it. So, at a distance, you can just duck it. His forward 3, it's hard. But he has a really great down 4. And his corner pressure, in my opinion, is really good. He has the throwing shades KB, which, let's just face it, if you get hit with that, you're holding 40% before you can break away. So at that point, it's kind of like you're questioning whether or not I should break away. But he's pretty much what the game is designed around, strike throw, right? So if you think someone's going to hit you, or if you think someone's going to block, you grab them. If you think they're not going to block, you hit them. It is what it is. But I definitely think Johnny's pretty mid. Cabal. Okay. Let's just go ahead and put that up there. Cabal is absolutely busted. Let's just keep it 100, right? He has the slight gas, which is probably the best movement in the game because he can just jump in the air and be across the screen in no time. He can use the interactables and get really, really. You can be full screen. He gets to an interactable. He can jump off the interactable into slight gas. He can use his jump 3, keep it plus. He can OS the jump 3 into Nomad Dash. I mean, he has a great armor break. He has the air projectile. Let's not forget his air buzzsaw, his normal buzzsaw, which you can also combo off of. I mean, and he has forward 2, which is a mid. It's I believe 12 frames. He has back 1, which is a 15 frame mid, and then he has forward 4, which is a 9 frame mid. And let's just be real. I actually heard somebody once say that Cabal's so good that he forgets that he has a 9 frame mid. I mean, they're not wrong. With all the shit that he has, it's just kind of it's looking bleak. Not to mention, he can jail his down 1 into 1-1-1, which is a full combo if he opens you up. And you kind of got to be scared to break away because of his armor break. It's a really good armor break. It's guaranteed 30-some%. So, yeah, I mean, and when you fight a Cabal, it's just jump, 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 right? Kano, I'm going to be honest. I think Kano is great. He has forward 1-2, back 2, which is his mid. It is a mid, and it's plus, okay? He has the corner setups with the acid. The enhanced acid, it leaves you there burning. He has his command grab ticks off of 1-1 and 2-4. Okay. He has a great projectile. He has biopool, which punishes a lot of people's projectiles and stupid stuff that they might do at range that normal characters can't punish, but he can with biopool. I mean, come on. Like, he's absolutely, like, he's not busted. He's not, like, broken, but he is, like, some would argue that he's cheap. And I'm going to be honest, like, he's, I think he's just a solid character. Like, I mean, we've seen Unjust take him into tournament. We've seen Euphorian take him into tournament, and they've gotten pretty far. They've won tournaments with him. So he's not a shitty character, if you will. But he's not broken like the rest of some of the other characters we're gonna get to, or like the 3 that we already have. But yeah, that's my opinion on Kano, and also he's really fun to play. All right, Katana. Okay, I know some people might disagree, but I definitely think that she's mid, and I would put her like right here. She's definitely mid. I think where they messed up with Katana was with the custom variations. Because you could set up another variation and you could set up her second variation, but you're gonna lose the armor break, which is huge because that's good damage. But outside of that, she has low fan, and low fan, she can throw out a low fan, and then depending on the distance on the screen, she can throw out her regular projectile with her normal fan. And with that going back and forth, it's kind of like, it makes it really hard, especially against characters that may not have a teleport or can't zone back very well. So I definitely think that, like, she's mid. I don't think that she's like bottom 5 or anything like that. But there was definitely room for improvement with her. But she does have a few KBs that help her out, but I mean, again, it's looking bleak. You can flawless block the overhead KB. You can flawless block that for a punish. You can flawless block low fan for a punish. Yeah, I mean, she's just got those things going against her. Her other variation is good with the Psy and the teleport. She can jump in the air, delay it, all that good stuff. But it's not as good as the armor break, I think. And I just think that she's mid, Okay, Collector. I'm going to be honest. I think Collector is like right here. I think he's mid. I wouldn't say that he's better than Aaron. Actually, honestly, I'm going to keep it a butt with you. I definitely think he's better than Jax. I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's better than Johnny, but I think he's better than Jax, okay? And my thing with Collector, and the reason why I say that Collector is mid, okay? Collector is mid to me because he does have decent neutral. But if you jump a lot against Collector, almost all of his strings drop. And you can run the teleport and everything. But again, it's not safe. So you can get punished doing that. Um, he does have a command grab, which helps him. Um, he has the command grab, but his mid string into the overhead or the low with the 50-50, it's reactable in my opinion. You can react to it. But it's unsafe for both of those options. He does have he does have a good armor break, and he does put out decent damage when he does open you up. But again, it's it's just one of those things where it's like there's so many other characters that just outshine him that it's kind of like it is what it is at this point, right? Kodal. All right, just go ahead and put Kodal up here. In my opinion, Kodal is absolutely broken. He has a KB off of his projectile. He has the totems. He has a mid command grab. He has a KB on both of his throws. He has a 19 frame mid, which a lot of people would say, oh, that's slow, and it's not very good. I'm sure like Kodal users will say that a lot, but okay, like let's keep it a buck and let's be honest. It plays great neutral, and you can hit people in the mouth with that forward two. His 19 frame mid, you can hit them pretty easily with that, and you get the totems, you get all that damage buff, you get a damage buff off of his command grab, and it's a mid command grab. It ticks off of standing 1 and 1-2. 1-2-2 is plus, even though it has a gap. And I know some people argue, well, back 2-2, it's a launcher, but it's unsafe. Yes, you're right, but you don't have to use back 2-2. I mean, with all these other tools that he has, it's great. He has a great down 3 check. His down 3 is great. I believe down 4 into his unblockable it jails. So, I mean, come on, like you can't take away that he has a mid command grab, KBs on both throws, and the damage buff from the command grab and the damage buff from his from the totems. Like with 3 totems up, if you do forward 2, 4 into the armor break and you enhance it, it's like 38%. So he's definitely top 5, and he's absolutely broken. And some people might argue, well, if you get like the life lead, like it's kind of hard. But in my opinion, I don't see where if you allow your opponent to get a life lead, how it's super hard for you to make a comeback with the simple fact that you get totems and the damage buff from the command grab as well. So like it's you can't have everything, but he has most of it, right? Yo, and what's up, Greedo? What's up, homie? We're just filming a YouTube video, so once we get done, I'll be back in the chat. All right, Chronica is not playable, so there's no need for her. All right, Kung Lao. Okay. I might be a little biased when it comes to Kung Lao. Okay. But I try not to, but I definitely think Kung Lao is mid. Okay. I'll talk about what he has good and then like what he doesn't have good. What is good is his 2-1-2-1-2 string. It jails on Jack, Sub-Zero, a handful of other characters. But it doesn't jail on everybody. It is plus. It's only +1. So characters like Sub-Zero or Gearus can just down 1 immediately after, and they can jail into a full combo if they wanted to. He does have Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw to me is a great tool to keep characters that like to be jumping around a lot, like your Cabals, your Fujins, etc. I think that it's a great tool to keep them on the ground. It does help, but and he gets a pretty decent convert if he meets you with an air to air with the jump too. He has a throw KB on his back throw, which kind of limits your strike throw game when it comes to which way am I going to throw you, and then you guess wrong, and then I get the KB. Because they know that it's coming from the back. Once they see the escape failed, they just have to tech backwards. Now, he does have Orb and Z-Hat. Orb and Z-Hat is good. It does stop, Orb stops a lot of, Combat League mashers. You can down 3 into Orb and get a full convert off of that. But, again, if they block Orb, it's no longer your turn. He has a 10 frame mid, which is good, but I've had people jump over it and stuff. So it's good, but it's kind of stubby in my opinion. What else? Oh, spiritual guidance and Z-Hat. Z-Hat to me is a great tool. It's a great zoning tool. It covers a lot of wake up options, and it does cover and it does deal great chip damage. spiritual guidance is good. It does allow you to get guaranteed damage that they can't break away from. But in my opinion, he's still mid. Like when it comes to like all these other characters that are up here or that are going to be up here, it's just they outshine him. It's kind of like Johnny, you know, they just outshine him, you know, and it is what it is. And the only other thing too is his forward 1-3. Whether you do the what do you call it, forward 1-3. If you do the other string, you can down 2 KB it. Where you do the up 2 off of it. So down it's forward 1-3 up 2, I believe, and you can down 2 that. And characters like Jade, characters like Joker, they really make Kung Lao struggle. Because they have good long-reaching normals, so they can just knock him out of the air, keep him on the ground, and it kind of limits the offense for him because he has to jump to get in. In my opinion, does have a good armor break, though. But with all that being said, I definitely think he's mid. Now, Lou, I'm going to be honest. Lou is great. Lou went from being top 1 when the game first came out to, you know, being like just in the top 10, which is cool. He's still really, really good. But he has a 9-frame mid. He has forward 4, which is plus, even though it has a gap. But there's still mind games to be played. Back 1 ticks his command grab, which is his 9-frame mid. 1-2-3 is a really great string, even though it's a high, double high into a mid. But you can get 1-2-3 and it's forward advancing. Has a really great projectile with the low fireball. His command grab is annoying. It really helps him with the idea of this game being strike throw. What else? Oh, and then he has his damage buff, right? So his damage buff is definitely there, in my opinion. That helps him out. So, and then he has the bicycle kick KB. He has KBs on both of his throws. He has his Dragon's Kick KB. He has his forward 4 KB, which in the corner you go for a bunch of damage if you can't break away. Lou may not be totally deadly in the first round or the second round, but definitely in that third round, it's game on, and you better hold on tight if he's got all those KBs loaded, because you'll lose your life before you know it. Okay, in my opinion, I will say Nightwolf is definitely the most honest character. I'm gonna put him right here. I think he's probably the most honest character in the game. And you might be like, well, Panda, what do you mean by honest? I don't really see where he has like any gimmicks, if that makes sense. I think that Nightwolf with his Foxy Grandpa, Foxy's variation with the Spirit Tracks and the command grab, I think that that's probably the most viable. Because you get launched in the air, and at any point, if you break away, he can just throw out that command grab when he thinks you're going to break, and you're going to hold, excuse me, you hold guaranteed damage and damage over time after, because you bleed, and it's his turn when you stand back up. He has the reflector for the projectiles, has a decent projectile game himself. Let's see. Oh, and he has the overhead and low mix, so he can mix you and open you up. So I definitely just think that he's probably the most honest without any gimmicks. Okay, so noob. Man, this is tough. Only because, okay, I'm gonna say this. I think, well, okay. I want to say mid, right? I want to say mid. Yeah, it's a tier list, Cumsies. I want to say mid. I want to say noob is mid. But I also want to point out the fact that he has KBs on both of his throws. He has really good neutral with slide and shadow tackle. He has insane damage output. Like, if he opens you up and they know what they're doing, and I'm not talking like just always some Combat League's noob. I'm talking like, no, at the highest level where we're competing, right? It's, if they open you up, like if you play Zollers, you're gonna, if you don't have bar, you're gonna hold a lot of damage, right? You could hold 40% one bar type shit. So it's like, I'm gonna say But the thing that kills him is his movement, and he doesn't have a good mid. You know what? For right now, I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him at the front running of mid. That's where I'm gonna put him. Yeah, I definitely think that just the damage alone is not enough. His teleport is super reactable, so it's kind of like, eh. So I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him at the front runner of mid. Okay. Now, a lot of people might disagree with me here, but I'm gonna be honest. Man, because see, in my eyes, Raiden doesn't really have a losing matchup, in my opinion. I don't think he has. I think he has a lot of 5-5s, and some might be harder 5-5s than other 5-5s. But I don't really see where he's losing to all these characters up here because he has his teleport. We've seen Lanky do some crazy stuff with him. Hell, we even saw Tweety do some crazy stuff with him in tournament. We've seen some EU players use him. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real here. I'll bring Gears down. I'm gonna think. I'll say Gears goes here, and for right now, I'm gonna put him right here. This might change. This definitely might change. I'm gonna say he's right here. He has a great mid. Has great corner pressure. He has KB on both of his, or no, on his front throw, I believe, or maybe it is both throws. Y'all can let me know down in the comments. I could be wrong. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but yeah, I'm gonna leave him right here for right now though. And it'll probably change once I get some of these other characters up here. Okay. Scorpion. Scorpion is definitely mid. Okay. He has a back one, which is a good mid. He has forward 3, which is a good mid. Okay. He has death spin, but depending on the character you use, you can punish it. He has his teleport, which is reactable. You can punish it. You can bait it out. You have he has 2-1-2, 2-1-2, which has a gap in it. Even though it's plus, you can punish it. So he's kind of stuck with 1-1 or 1-1-2. His damage output isn't always the best, but he does have the 2-1-2 KB. He does have the spear KB. Spear is a great tool in the neutral as long as they can't teleport or they can't they can't duck under it and punish it like Liu Kang can with his dragon's kick. So it's kind of like Kano can punish it with Biopool. So it's not always the most viable, but it is there. Yeah, he has a KB on both of his throws. On his front throw, you take bleed damage. You take bleed damage from his 2-1-2 KB. But I still think he's mid. And also you have to take into the fact too, like his forward 4, 2, 3 KB is punishable depending on the character you use. It's -9 or -8 or something like that. And it's flawless blockable. You can flawless block it. You can flawless block the 2-1-2 string. So yeah, I mean, to me he's mid. He's definitely mid. Shang Tsung, I ain't gonna lie, you definitely mid tier. But where do I put you? Cause let's see here. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna put him like right here. And the reason why I put him right there in the mid section is just because he's a zoner. He's definitely a zoner in MK. But if you can flawless block the Hell Sparks, you can punish depending on your character. You can what else can you do? Oh yeah. He has a couple of good KBs, but like the one where I believe it's his forward 4 string, you can flawless block that. And you can get a full combo out of that. As long as you can't get out-zoned by him with your character, so someone like Liu is really good against him in my opinion because you can zone back. You can also Dragon's Kick in. You can flawless block it. Dragon's Kick him. Flawless block the Hell Sparks. Dragon Kick for a punish. So, like, to me, he's mid, but he does have some tools. But he's definitely mid. Now, Shao, I'm going to keep it a whole stack with you. Shao, this motherfucker gets to go, like, right here. To me, he's like a front runner in the mid category, and a lot of people might disagree because his forward 3-4, where the low stomps, his low dragon stomp or whatever it's called, is flawless blockable, which is cool. You can argue that it's flawless blockable, but like, let's be real. You have one of the most annoying down fours in the game, one of the most annoying down ones in the game, one of the most annoying sweeps in the game, and then you also have a really great jump in with him. And if he touches you, you hold 45+%, and yeah, it's looking bleak after that. He has decent. He has decent zoning. Not to mention he has the leap, where he can leap pretty much anywhere on the screen and be in. So he's definitely mid. I can see where a lot of these other characters beat him, but I definitely think he's the front runner for the mid. Scarlet, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, I'm going to keep it a buck with you, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree, but I think Scarlet's pretty bad. I'm going to be honest. I think she's pretty bad because she has a lot of she has the parry, which is great, but she has so many flawless blockable strings that you can get combos and converts off of, that it just really limits her offense, in my opinion. It really limits her offense. And I think, but she does have great zoning tools. I just think that this is where she struggles. Is those flawless block gaps. I think that, like, and again, this might change. Like, over time, I might start moving characters around because, like I said, I want to do like top 5, top 10, whatever. But, and then like bottom 5. She may not be bottom 5. I still got some other characters down here that we're gonna look at. But I'm gonna be real. She's not. To me, she's just not that good. Sonya, okay, I know a lot of people we get mixed a lot with Sonya, but if you can control the game, to me, she's not that good. Her projectiles are highs, and then if she enhances the onion ring for the KB, you can flawless block that. Her main strings that she likes to, like, that she uses to launch, right? That overhead with the knee, like, it's unsafe. You can punish it all day long. So, and then even with the low, if you guess right on the low, it's punishable. So, like, no matter what, she has to take a risk, and you have to be okay with that. So I'm going to keep it a buck. I definitely don't think that she's very good. Now, Sub-Zero, his ass gets to go up here. I don't care what nobody say. Argue with your mama. I'm so tired of being mixed with Sub-Zero. That man's got forward 2, back 3, okay? Forward 2 and back 3. He's got Ice Ball. He can enhance the Ice Ball to take away your projectile game. He can definitely mix the shit out of you. He has the best mix in the game. It's unreactable. I don't care what anyone says. You can sit here tell me until you're blue in the face that you can react to it. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Okay? King Gambler, okay, has proven that you cannot react to that mix, okay? He has won nonstop with Sub-Zero all MK11, and people still tell me that they can react. No, you can't. Not to mention, once he gets you in the corner, you're guessing for your life, okay? You are guessing for your life, all right? And it's just not a fun time. We've all been there. So yeah, he's definitely top 10 for sure. Term, I'm going to keep it a butt with you. A lot of people probably like disagree, but I don't think Term is bottom 5. I'm gonna be real. I know a lot of people, how to say this? Okay. I know a lot of people, when the game came out, were arguing left and right that he's bottom 5 and that he sucks, but he's also got a mix that can be unreactable. He has a command grab. It's his armor break as well. He's got a KB off of his command grab. Foxy proved that he's not that bad. The man took him into Evo and placed top 4 or top 5 with him at Evo. Okay, so, excuse me. So, I don't think he's that bad. I definitely think he's mid. I would say definitely like right here. I definitely would put him mid. I definitely don't think he's bottom 5 like a lot of people say. I just think nobody put the time in. Nobody put the time in with him. Over the course of the game until Foxy, came out and kind of showed that, like, he's not bottom 5. I think you just have to put the time in and learn the character, right? Okay, Sindel. All right, as much as I hate her and I think that she's a bad character in MK11, As much as I hate her in MK11, she's not bottom 5. She's not bad. She's definitely mid. My thing with her is it's kind of like Sonya. You're always taking a risk, but for her risk to reward ratio works out more for her than it does Sonya, and people fall for it. I don't care what anyone says. We've all fallen for the down 4 hair flip. We've all fallen for it. Okay, you're not gonna sit here and tell me you haven't, because you have. You definitely have, and that's your pride talking if you can't admit it. All right, so I definitely got her being mid. I would put her like right there. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, Joker, that's my boy. Definitely going up there. He's kind of broken, I'm not going to lie. He's definitely carried me through MK11. I'll be the first to admit it. Forward 2, great. Back 3, great. Forward 1, one of the best mids in the game because of how quick it is. If he opens you up, you're holding 34% guaranteed, because if you break away, you got to worry about the armor break. He has the armor break. He has the double down 2. He has the double down 2 combos. And he has standing 2 and forward 2, which are great in the neutral. And he has box. He can use his Jack in the Box to reset neutral. He has jumping Jester, which is a good tool, or I wouldn't say it's a decent tool. Against characters like Cabal or Kung Lao to keep him out of the air. He has the setup with the jumping Jester in the corner where you can enhance it and then you can go back in for more corner pressure. Yeah, so the only thing I think that Joker struggles with is zoning. He definitely can get out zoned for sure, but he's definitely one of the best characters in the game. And yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like, I think I touched everything with Joker. And he has an 8-frame standing 1, but in reality, you don't really need it when you have the neutral tools of standing 2, forward 2 in the neutral. It definitely helps. So you don't really need a 7-frame standing 1. Spawn, I'm gonna put Spawn like right here. I definitely think Spawn's in the top 10. He lacks. Don't get me wrong. Yes, he does lack a mid, but to be honest, he has so many KBs. He has soul forfeit, which you're going to eat 60, 70. I've even seen some people get it up to 80 if they break away during the fatal. I saw Full Auto do that one night. It was like 87%. A dude broke away. It was ridiculous. And he hit him with the fatal after using soul forfeit. His normal damage is insane. He can do 2-bar combos for 46+%. He can do a normal combo and still hit you for 40 with off of 1 bar. And he has some of the best, excuse me, he probably has the best anti-air tool in the game with standing 3-4. So I definitely think that, like, he's definitely top 10. I wouldn't say he's top 5, but I think he's definitely top 10. Okay, so Fujin. I'll go ahead and put him up here. Fujin, definitely top 1. Got the back 1 mid, got Skywalker, can run all over the place. You can't break away in his combos because he's going to do wing kicks, and then you're going to have to hold the armor break. He's got a really good anti-air with his standing 4 button. You've seen Ninja Killer use it a lot. He's got a really good air-to-air with the Tornado. I mean, come on, man. Like, it's looking bleak. He's got back 2 in the neutral. Gets a full convert off of that. KB's on both of his throws. Probably the best movement in the game. I know some people argue Rain is up there, but he's number 1. Come on. Like, after watching Ninja's performance at Evo, like, I don't even think we need to argue with this shit anymore. Like, we don't even need to argue it. Shiva, I definitely think Shiva is bad. I'm gonna be honest. She was broken in the beginning with the stomp and everything, but now, I mean, where she's at in the game, I definitely think she's bad. Yeah, come on. Like, she has a great dragon stance with the zoning and everything, but, I mean, you can flawless block that shit, and you're good. But, yeah, if you're getting hit with stomp still, either you were trolling or, yeah, I don't know what's up, but I definitely think she's bad. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest, Robo is probably... I'm going to put Robo up here for right now. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to move Raiden down. I'm gonna put Robo up there because and I know some people may not agree with me, but here's my thing. Robo has a great mid. I believe it's a 9 frame or a 10 frame mid. Okay, it's super good. His zoning is the best in the game. That it's super annoying to deal with. We've seen Sunio. If you try to jump in the air, he'll air to air you with the air OCP charge. He has KBs on both of his throws. He has KBs on the big rifle. Not to mention he has a command grab, which is super busted, as we've seen Foxy do over the course of this game's life. And we've also seen he has the low auto 9, which is a mid, and it just catches you. It's annoying. So once he gets away and he's chipping away at you, and you might be like, oh, I'll just block it. Okay, that's fine. You're gonna block it, but if you can't get in, you're just eating that chip damage. So I definitely think he's top 10. Rain. Okay, Rain outside of his movement, his damage output is just so bad, man. Like, I think he's like right here next to Devore. I don't even know how to put these two where they go. I just think Rain struggles so much with his damage output, man. And but he has some of the best movement in the game. But it's just his damage output. It's rough, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna leave him at mid. I definitely think he's mid. Molina. Okay, I'm gonna be real. Molina to me definitely. All right, Molina does. I see what, like, when Foxy made his tier list, the way he tried to put it out there. And again, I know he's a GOAT and everything, but where I disagree with is, like, okay, yes, you have I think it's a 9 frame mid. Or it's like 9 or 10 frames, but that's great. So you either guess mid or you guess command grab, right? But it's like she has some super good zoning, but a lot of times if you just hold the block button against her, you win, especially in Combat League. Like that's what I found out. I don't really think she's that good. In my opinion, I think outside of her zoning tools, I think she's bottom 5. In my opinion, I don't really see where she's that good. You know what? I definitely think I'm gonna be real. I definitely feel like you could put like Scarlet like right in here, and then put fucking Rambo in here. I definitely think Rambo is bottom 5. I don't see where Rambo is like anything special. I think a lot of people play Rambo bad. I think that he's made to get a life lead and then run away and zone. But I don't like a lot of his strings are punishable. A lot of his shit you can flawless block. You know, so it's like you can flawless block his jump ins and shit like that. So as long as you hold the block button against Rambo, you win, in my opinion. And I think he's just really bad. Like I think he's such a cool character, but he's just really bad, and a lot of his moves are hella slow. So that's just like that's my opinion with it. But I'm gonna be real. This is like, all right. Let's see here, cause I'm gonna try to rearrange this. Like, okay. Top 5. Definitely move these guys down here. This is definitely top 5. I'm gonna say we'll say top 10 right here. Definitely gonna be like, I definitely think it's more like this. I think it's more like that. Yeah, see, here's the thing, though. Like, I definitely feel like Kano's got to come down here. Like, he's good. I just don't know if he's that good. Well. Nah, you know what? You know what? Let's just leave it the way it was. Great. And then I'm going to leave that up there, top 5. Because that's just, it is what it is. Yeah, I feel like this is better. Yeah, I definitely would put it in like this order, and I definitely would put Kano back up here because I definitely think Kano's good. Yeah, that's how I would put it. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to change? Maybe. Nah, I definitely feel like this is like the way the bottom 5 looks right. Definitely think the rest of these characters are definitely kind of mid. I think, like I said, I don't. My thing with Gearus is I don't think he's like horrible. I just don't think he's like that bad. You said Joker better than Sub? Nah, I wouldn't say Joker's better than Sub, but I definitely think Joker wins more. Well, no, you can't say that either because like the matchup. That's a valid point. I could say that. I definitely could see that. I definitely could see that. Yeah, I'll leave it like this. I definitely think it's like that. The only thing I really want to touch on is like Gearus. I don't, I don't think, like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't think Gearus is horrible. Like I really don't even want to call him mid because I think he's good. It's just that at the end of the day, it's like these characters up here just outshine him, but his damage output is amazing. You know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of like the same thing with Gearus, Noob, and Raiden. It's like they're really good. It's just they're not great. That's the only problem. And the rest of these characters just outshine him, you know. So it's like that's where I'm at with it. But yeah, I definitely think that that's gonna do it for me, YouTube. If you guys could before the video clicks off, just go ahead and leave your boy a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys got any feedback, let me know in the comments and let me know what you guys think. Much love, guys.